I'm standing here at the corner of 6th and Lake Street in front of one of the most legendary local businesses in Huntington Beach. Today, you're going to learn the hidden history of Brewsters Eyes.
I'm Chris Epting. I'm a writer and a storyteller, the author of several books and many articles about Huntington Beach. And what I like best is uncovering history that you may not be familiar with. This is Hidden Huntington Beach.
Brewsters Eyes opened in 1945 when Virgil Brewster purchased a structure from the U.S. Army. According to the Brewster family, the building had been used as a meat locker after the Bolsa Chica Gun Club had been converted into a barracks during World War II. Today, Brewsters Eyes is run by Ryan and Yvette Pape. They purchased and refurbished Brewsters Eyes from the family, and Ryan was kind enough to walk us through some of the hidden history on the property. Ryan, how long have you owned Brewsters Eyes?
Yeah, I started remodeling in, late 2017, and then we opened July 3rd, 2018. It's been 3 years. We just celebrated our 3-year anniversary.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
When you took it over, I mean, Brewsters Eyes, the reputation here, it's a very beloved place. A lot of people remember Virgil Brewster. What's it like when you take over a place that has that kind of history?
It's interesting, you know. I have a big shoes to fill, you know. He was a good man, you know, and well known in the neighborhood, you know, and so it's been good. It's been fun, you know. I have a lot of experience myself, so I think I was the guy for the job.
When you say that, you told me before you're 3 generations of ice people.
Yeah. My grandfather was a huge ice man in the 50s and 60s, and he owned a couple different ice houses, and he was the big influence on our family, you know, and got us all kind of in the industry. So
would you work as a kid like humping ice? And
I'd be there helping my dad, you know. I was 10, 12 years old, you know, out there and selling ice, you know, and humping it in the freezer and whatnot, working the dock, answering phones. So I started young. I've been doing it a long time.
I wrote a story about Brewsters Ice years ago for the newspaper. What blew me away were the number of different kinds of ice. People think it's like just ice cubes, but it's not. There are a lot of different kinds of ice. Talk about what you offer, what the services are, what you provide. What does an ice house do exactly?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, we have to diversify. You know, you can't just do the cubes now. You got to deliver. You got to have we sell the cube ice, the crushed ice, block, dry ice. We even have our specialty cocktail ice, or whiskey cubes. It's called vintage ice, and then we also do snow parties. We do snow for movies and commercials and snowboarding events.
Really?
A lot of more.
What does that involve? Like you create snow, you take blocks of ice, and then what do you do to it?
Yeah, we have crushers, snow blowers. And we crush the 300-pound blocks and blow it out. Yeah, we do a lot of big events. Tree lightings and city stuff.
What are your customers basically when you look at sort of who buys ice? How do you break down sort of the large customers down to the small?
Yeah, we have our merchandiser boxes at different locations where they take a lot of ice every week. So it's steady. And,
restaurants and things like that?
Restaurants, nightclubs, a little bit of everything.
And then people just coming up to the dock?
Yeah, then we have the dock here. You can come up, and we'll take care of you anytime, yeah.
So on this side of the door, this is the freezer, right?
Yeah.
It's where the ice is. So we'll go in there in a minute.
All right.
Temperature in there is typically what?
Right now I have it around 15 degrees.
15?
Yeah.
And how often you're making ice all the time? Is there always that process going on, or do you?
Yeah, I mean, we don't manufacture the ice here. My father owns Artesia Ice. We manufacture there.
Oh wow! And bring it here.
Yeah, and
So you're still connected to the ice family with your dad. Like it's still, you bring that expertise here.
Yeah, exactly.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Right, well, can we go inside here a little bit? Just
sure,
check out the temperature and just see what it's like.
Check it out.
After you.
All right.
Okay, so it's cold in here.
Yeah.
I mean, but not crazy. You said 15 degrees.
Yeah.
It feels
15.
like a East Coast winter night.
Yeah.
Kind of nice, actually.
Yeah.
So Ryan, this is like what are we looking at ice wise? I mean, you've got I see like a lot of like block ice.
You got the block ice. Yeah, that's our snow cone, maker ice for the snow cone makers. And then, this is mainly like the liquor store stuff, the cases of the 7-pound bags, a little bit smaller. Then you got the big guys, the 40-pound bags and
What's
the
that?
big cubes. That there is our crushed ice, real fine, kind of Mai Tai-ish ice.
I know it wouldn't be in here, but
Yeah.
you sell dry ice too, right?
We do the dry ice also, yeah, dry ice.
Dry ice, you said, is how cold?
It's 100 degrees below zero. Yeah, yeah. So it's
You got to
cold.
be careful how you handle that. Obviously.
Yeah, definitely got to use gloves. Yeah.
The one time I was in here before, I was really taken with thinking about back when this structure was part of World War II, owned by the Army, up by the Bolshevik Gun Club, when that had become a barracks, and they would store food in here. Like it was a meat locker. And it's like, I think about having the soldiers in here, just what that'd be like. There's so much history in this space.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
you're
incredible.
continuing the Brewsters Ice history today, but you ever think about that? Like what the people that have been in here?
No, totally. Yeah, it's there's a lot of history here. Yeah, definitely. I hear a lot of stories from a lot of locals, and yeah, it's interesting. It's cool to own and run and keep it going.
So Ryan, in addition to the history in here, there's also some other hidden history on the property, the Brewsters Eyes property. It's a couple of old cabins that go back to the early 1900s. I'm talking 1905, 1906, right? That are really kind of covered back then. I mean, people love driving by Brewsters Eyes. Everybody knows the building. They know the iconic sign. I think few people know about these two hidden cabins on the property.
Yeah.
You knew about them when you took over, right?
Yeah. They had two little cabins. They used to, I believe they stayed in them and worked out of them, it's been there a long time. And
Can we check them out?
Yeah,
Because
let's-
again, that's
let's-
hidden history. That to me is really like what we look for are those things you can't see when you drive by.
Yeah.
I saw them a long time ago. It's a little rough back there, I know. A lot of overgrowth and trees that have been there since back. You can see the trees have grown through the structure, so you know they were there, more than 100 years ago. So
Yes.
if you could lead the way and take us back, we'd appreciate
let's
it.
take a look.
Wow. So this is cabin number 1.
Yeah, this is it.
Man, so this supposedly goes back to like early 1900s, 1904, 1905, something like that.
Yeah.
Pre-oil, although the story as I heard it is that either an oil guy after 1920 lived in here or a local cop, a well-known local police officer. So again, there are two cabins, and the story is there was a police officer in one, oil worker in another. But this is a real piece of history.
Yeah,
here.
man, it's been here a long time.
Do you ever go in here?
I've been in a few times.
What's it like?
Yeah, it's well, right now more of a storage, but yeah, it's old cabin for sure.
Even seeing like the electricity
Oh,
pole
yeah,
next to
yeah.
it. I mean, that is totally throwback.
Yeah, definitely.
And you would never see this from the street, right?
No, not at all.
All right, so there's another cabin back here that we actually can go into, right? If that's
Yeah,
like, so the
of
door
course.
was open.
Yeah.
So why don't you, you're gonna keep leading the way if you would.
Sure,
Show us a
sure.
little more hidden history back here behind Brewster's Eyes.
All right.
Wow. Another classic. I
Yeah,
mean,
this is it.
again, I can't stress enough. You went to a hidden history, surrounded by this thick thatch of palm trees here,
Yeah.
almost kind of tropical. But then you have this. I don't even know what this is kind of
Yeah.
tree, but totally out of control,
Oh,
but
yeah.
really old.
It's been here a long time.
I mean, this is really kind of hidden history back here. But we can actually go inside now.
Yeah, we can take a look. Let's
All
check
right.
it out.
I've never been in here.
Yeah,
Wow.
not too many people have.
This is this is amazing. I mean, this is really hidden history.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. This is, again, this goes back more than 100 years. The Brewster family, when they took the business over, they would live back here to some degree, right?
Yeah,
It's going
yeah.
back in the mid
Totally.
1940s, but it's actually it's solid. Like you come in here and it's like,
Yeah,
I know no one's lived here for a while, but it's livable.
Yeah.
If you got some stuff moved out, I mean, you could stay
No,
in here. I
totally.
mean,
It was
it's,
definitely well built.
it's
yeah.
solid. You see the bed is still back over here, and it's got to be amazing. Do you come back in here much, or
Yeah, every once in a while, yeah.
you're out there
definitely.
on 6th and Lake,
Yeah.
bustling, all kinds of stuff going on, customers.
Yeah.
You come back this walkway here, and it gets quieter
Yeah,
and quieter.
definitely.
These trees kind of soak up the sound, and you come in here, and this is like stepping back in time,
Oh, yeah.
more than a century.
Totally,
I mean,
yeah.
it really is this. It's an incredible part of Huntington Beach history. I just want to know more about it. I really see if maybe there's a way we can learn about who else lived here, when it was built.
Yeah,
This is where you can get into city records sometimes and find some stuff. But Ryan, I want to thank you, man. This is really to allow this kind of peak. I mean, what you're doing out there in terms of preserving Brewsters Eyes, making it succeed and growing it, that's amazing. Allowing us back here into this cabin is also amazing. So thank you very much. I'm sure I speak for everybody who's watching. This is very cool, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime. You guys are awesome.
We'll come back tomorrow.
All right. We'll be here.
I hope you enjoyed this look at one of the coolest historic businesses in Huntington Beach, which has been here since 1945 with lots of hidden history. In the meantime, if you want more hidden history, I suggest you visit our Facebook group, which is simply called Hidden Huntington Beach. There are thousands of people there sharing tons of great stories and movies and stories and everything else. So in the meantime, thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon.